Okay, back to you now on your Monday morning. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were on really a winning streak when they landed two multi-million-dollar deals. You got Spotify, you've got Netflix. We all watched everything. We tuned in. Yeah, but now Meghan's Archetype podcast is axed in the royal couple's Netflix deal. It's on shaky grounds after reports say bad ideas and not enough content are giving the Duke and Duchess of Sussex a, quote, reputation. So we want to bring in WGN radio host Jon Hansen. It's so nice to finally meet you in person.
Yeah, thank you.
And get your take on this. Okay, so Meghan's podcast, let's start there. I couldn't stop talking about this with family over the weekend. It's now canceled right amidst these swirling rumors. Did she or did she not actually interview her guests?
Right.
Why did this deal fall through so quickly?
There's a lot of things going on here, right? And really with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle as a whole, we've seen a more of disinterested country in what's going on, the drama between the royals. It may have spiked a little bit during the coronation. I think people are falling a little out of love with this story, and that impacts their brand. But Spotify's having broader issues too, totally, right? They've laid off 800 workers as well. You know, when they sign these big deals at Netflix, when they signed the deal at Spotify, streaming was big money. They were spending a lot. There was no drop in listeners and viewers. That has changed a lot over the last couple of years after pandemic viewing and listening habits changed. So there's a lot of belt tightening going on. But yeah, that drama behind the scenes of did she or didn't she is interesting.
And also, apparently having a hard time landing guests, even Taylor Swift saying no to it. What's the deal there? I mean, why are they saying no?
This is part of a broader argument. I was reading a great article in the Wall Street Journal talking about how there were a lot of big ideas, whether it was Spotify, whether it was Netflix, big ideas from these two, but the execution really fell through. And look, producing is tough. It is not easy to do. It's hard to execute some of these big deals, and that's where a lot of this went wrong. They built her a studio, I know, in her home to be able to do these interviews. So I don't know where the disconnect was, but certainly there is one there.
Yeah.
And one of the things we were also talking about is how do you think that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will get another production company up and running and things like that?
I don't know. I feel like, first of all, we have the mistakes that have been made at Netflix and Spotify in terms of getting ideas to production. And honestly, I think the luster's gone a little bit, right?
Yeah.
He did the book. He did the Netflix series, the Oprah interview. What more is there for us to know?
It's becoming not palatable for a lot of people.
100%.
And I think it's not relatable.
Right. They wanted to do a series, an animated children's series on Netflix. That's great, but honestly, what kid out there cares about that the Duchess produced a children's series? I just think without the drama, the luster
We've also talked about, too, I also think that a younger generation isn't as enthralled with the royals as our parents may have been, right?
Yeah.
So I think that because we're so inundated with celebrity every day in every form and influencers, we're like, okay, I don't think they're as impressed. 20-somethings don't seem to be as impressed with the Duke and Duchess.
Right, for sure.
So what's next? You know, I read the book, I watched all the sit-down interviews, but you're right to your point of there's not a relatability there. So if all these things are falling through, I mean, where do they pivot to at this point?
I don't pity them. They have millions of dollars and they're living great lives, right? But they're creative people. Obviously, Meghan had a career long before she was a royal in this creative industry. Prince Harry has a lot to say. And there will always be drama on the other side of the ocean, right? Things will come up. You know, we've obviously passed the death of the Queen and now King Charles III's coronation. I don't know what's next, but there's always someone out there willing to fund big-name people to try big things.
And royals.
And look, I don't think it's fair to dunk on people, right? They tried. They wanted to do something. They haven't really been that successful. It's not easy.
So does everyone else shoots their shots, too.
Shoot your shot, exactly. Hopefully someone else comes along, gives them another chance. Maybe they'll end up being successful on try number 2.
And they're always welcome on WGN Radio.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We got a direct number to them, sure,
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.